Season 1, Chapter 1, Bahrain Grand Prix. With a new season comes a fresh start, and Malachi Wilson needs one. With his controversial move to AlphaTauri turning many people against him, this season needs to help him earn their respect back. On his debut for AlphaTauri, a successful first half of the race puts him on course for a points finish with new teammate Pierre Gasly just ahead. Here comes Malachi Wilson now, off into the pits. What a spectacular debut this young man has had so far for AlphaTauri. Let's see if he'll be able to keep it up during the second half of the Grand Prix. And there goes Pierre Gasly, up into 6th place and going into turn 1. I doubt his teammate will be too happy about that. There's still a long way to go yet, and with Wilson now on those fresher hard tyres having just come out the pits, can he catch the Frenchman by the end of the race? So here we go then, it's a new season and with it comes new challenges in our first race for AlphaTauri here. We're on lap number 14 of this Bahrain Grand Prix and the objective is clear for us for the rest of this race, and that's to finish ahead of Pierre Gasly, who's currently around 3 seconds up the road, so we're going to do our best to try and catch him here. So we're going to get started on that task. We're going to jump ahead a bit to lap number 16 just to check the radio, see how far ahead Gasly is now.
Pierre ahead. Okay, gap ahead is 2.6 seconds. They're on old hards. Their tyres are 5 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 31.4.
Alright, so we've gained around half a second to start with so far. We've still got a long way to go, so still plenty of time to catch Gasly. We're going to ask our engineer for more updates just to keep us constantly fed on where we are on the track and how close we are to Gasly as the race goes on. Verstappen now in the pits, going in pitting from the lead as we go on to lap 17. He's pit for a set of medium tyres, going to pass him, and that's going to put us up into P6. So we're now fighting for higher points, but Verstappen's going to be soon charging at us, so we're going to have to be careful for when he's closing up to us. So regardless, we'll still continue to chase Gasly. We're now about 2 seconds behind him, so we're definitely closing in on him. And as we move on now to the end of lap 17 and the start of lap 18, Lewis Hamilton's in the pits and Sergio Perez has joined him, so both Red Bulls and the lead Mercedes both come into the pits here for sets of medium tyres, and that puts us up into P4 and Gasly now in P3. So we could have a very good shot at the podium places here. So we're going to move on again now to further on to lap 18, have another radio check to see where Gasly is.
Pierre ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 1.9 seconds. They're on old hards. Their tyres are 7 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 31.3. You're gaining by 0.3 a lap. Good work.
Okay, so we're making clear progress here, but someone else who's making progress is the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, who's coming in behind us. He's now half a second behind. He's in DRS range, so I dare say it won't be too long before he goes on the attack. He may be able to try and pass us now. He's definitely closing in. We're going to defend the middle here to give him a choice as to where to go. He chooses to stay in line, but isn't close enough to make a move for our P4, so still has to keep a constant eye on where he is behind us as the laps go by. So we're going to, as Verstappen makes his first real attack on us for P4, we're going to have a radio check here just to see how much time we've gained on Gasly.
That is Pierre ahead of you. The gap to the car ahead is 1.3 seconds. They're on old hards. Their tyres are 9 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:31.2. You're gaining by 0.3 a lap. Good work.
Okay, so we're still gaining quite constantly on Gasly, but Verstappen's still there, so we have to be careful when we're going on the attack. So meanwhile, Perez is now caught up. He's past Verstappen, and now he wants to go at us as we move on to the start of lap 21. Perez pulls out to the right-hand side, in towards the first corner. He's there with us, but he's going to back out. We go late on the brakes, and we are going the long way around, but we're still going to be able to force Perez out, and that allows us to hold on to 4th place just for the time being. But Perez has the DRS. He's right behind us there. Here he comes. Will Verstappen make it 3 abreast? He's going to try for it. Going into turn number 3, we're going to go very deep into the corner and force both Red Bulls to brake just to avoid hitting each other and us. So that's us managing to hold on to P4. We're still currently failing the objective that we set at the start of this thing to beat Pierre Gasly, but he's a second and a half up the road, so we'll definitely still be able to catch him here. But coming down the very next straight, it's Perez who has the advantage there on the left-hand side, going into the left-hander. There he goes. There's almost a bit of contact, but Perez managed to hold on, and he's now got P4 away from us, so we're going to have to work and try and get that back, because all that time, Gasly's going to be gaining on us. We've hit the back of Perez's tyre there, and we're going to try and move it around the outside just to avoid hitting him again. Gasly's now pulling away. He's got gap back up to 2 seconds again, and there comes Verstappen. He wants to go at us going down towards the last couple of corners on the lap. He's there on the right-hand side. We're going to have to try and force him to back out. We're going to try and force him to go the short way around. So we've still got DRS on Perez here, so we've got a good chance of getting P4 back. But all this time, Gasly's still gaining on us, and Verstappen and Hamilton will be wanting to go on the attack, trying to take P5 away from us. We're getting very close to Perez now. We could try and go for a dive going into that first corner. Yes, we will on the inside. There's a bit of contact there. We managed to force Perez out, and that puts us back up into P4. And Gasly's now only 1.5 seconds up the road, but we've still got work to do regardless. Pressing on now to midway through lap number 23. The gap back to Gasly is now just under a second. We're not in DRS range, but Perez definitely is. Really try and go for a move. He's going to try and go around the outside this time. Going to try and make a move on the right, going into the left hand, but we've still got the inside line. It's very easy to defend from a move like that, so we're still going to hold on to P4 for the time being. Moving on to lap 24, literally a lap later, Perez is going to try and go for the move. This time he goes to the left hand side. Going to go once again in the middle, trying to force him way down low going into the corner. But he's got the room on the inside to have a go at us, and he's got past us briefly. So there he is for half a corner. He now has P4, but there we go back up the inside to take P4 away, going a bit wide in the process, but it's well worth it. And we're definitely now closing on Gasly as we come down the penultimate straight on the circuit. Moving on now, we're only going to have 5 laps to go when we cross the line here, so it's going to be very, very close as we come towards the last corner to end the lap and move on to lap number 25. We've got a yellow flag here on the home straight, and it seems one of the Mercedes slowing down. That's Valtteri Bottas. Not quite sure what's happened to him, but there's a yellow flag here as we cross the line, and Valtteri Bottas is slowing, and it looks like he may be retiring from the race. He's pulled over just before turn 1. He's go past him there. We come very close to Gasly, but we bang wheels and we've lost all momentum. Bottas is now out of the race, but he's of none of our concern. Gasly's pulling away again, and we've lost all momentum. And here comes Perez trying to make a move. We've got DRS on Gasly, but Perez has the DRS on us, and as he's the faster car, he'll be able to make that move, but he ducks back into line though. Didn't manage to get much out of it, so we're still holding on to P3 by the skin of our teeth. We're now fighting for the podium place. This one's going to be very close. Moving further on now, midway through sector 2, Perez going for another move. Now trying to take 3rd place, trying to get Red Bull at least 1 podium place. So we're going to still try to hold him off here by going around the outside. Being forced a long way around is actually helping us in these cases, because we're still getting the better line off the corner. We've still got 4 more laps to try and hold off Perez though. So once again, another lap later onto lap 26. Perez again going to move. We're now within DRS range of Gasly, so that makes things a little bit easier in our regards. There he's on the inside, going into the left-hander. We force him a bit. There's contact. We've gone over the curb bit. We're still up in P3. We're still chasing Gasly here. That's the main target. We've only got a few more laps left to try and pull this thing off as we press further on now to the start of lap 27. We've got full-on DRS against Gasly. We're now within that 1 second range. If we can close him down before the end of the lap, we'll have a really good shot at him over these last 2 laps, because we still need to pass that objective regardless of where we finish in order to complete the chapter. So pressing on now to the end of lap 27 and the start of lap 28, the penultimate lap of this Bahrain Grand Prix. This is what we've been working towards since lap 14. We came out the pits and Gasly was in front of us. There we go on the DRS, down the home straight we come and over the line. We're within half second now of Gasly as we head towards turn 1. We'll try and pull to the inside. Gasly looks to defend. We're going to go even lower than him. Very nearly took us both out there, but we're going to force him out on the outside, and that's us up into P2, and that's exactly where we need to be, as we're now passing the objective of beating Pierre Gasly. And we've still got 1 more lap to try and hold on though, so it's not over yet. Leclerc has an 8-second lead in front of us, but right now we're doing all we need to do in order to hold him off and take the chapter here. So moving on now to start the last lap. Gasly's got a really good run on us with the DRS. There he is on the inside. He pulls right alongside us. We're still managing to stay late on the brakes. He backs out, and that's still us in P2. We've lost momentum, and Gasly's right behind us here. He's got a very good run at us with the DRS once again. There we go to the right hand side. This is going to be close. He forces us a long way around, but that's the advantage we have in this corner. We're already ahead of him, and we're just about managed to clear him on the exit of the corner, and that is pretty much all she wrote for this race. We've managed to hold on to our position, having taken it literally a lap and a half ago. As we come now down the last couple of straights towards the checker flag, we've had absolutely everything thrown at us today. We had to defend from the senior team Red Bull drivers as we come to the last corner now. Leclerc's won the race. He's of no relevance to us. We come over the line. We'll come towards the line and cross it now, taking a remarkable first ever podium in Formula 1, and that is the chapter complete here as we've beaten Pierre Gasly, and he's come home in P3 as well, so that's still a double podium for AlphaTauri. What a race this has been. Ferrari have every right to celebrate. They are the race winners for the first time in around 2.5 years, and Leclerc takes the 3rd victory of his career, but it's a first career podium for Malachi Wilson. I believe a 4th for Pierre Gasly. He's driven a very good race himself. He was unlucky for us to catch him and pass him in the closing stages. But Leclerc is your winner for today. A very good race he's driven. Of course, he did luck out a bit with Bottas' retirement, but regardless, still drove a very good race. Strategy paid off on his end, so he's managed to walk away with a victory by around 9 seconds to us boys at AlphaTauri. But still a very good race regardless. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. Let's have a look at the final results now. Leclerc the winner, us in 2nd and Gasly 3rd. Sergio Perez comes home 4th. Max Verstappen 5th, Lewis Hamilton in 6th, Lando Norris 7th, Carlos Sainz 8th, Giovinazzi 9th on his debut for McLaren, and Sebastian Vettel 10th for Aston Martin. So not too bad a race at all. From 11th on the grid to 2nd, not too bad. The one stop definitely paid off. So we run 2nd in the championship by 7 points to Leclerc, and it's Gasly just behind us in 3rd. So a very good start to the season for us regardless. And it's Perez and Verstappen, the top 10, pretty much just the point scorers. And here's a shock for you, AlphaTauri, top of the Constructors' Championship. May only be for one race for all we know. For the first time in AlphaTauri's history, they find themselves top of the Constructors' standing. So I don't think we could have asked for a better start to the season. But that is where we're going to end it for today, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to smash the like button and also get subscribed and ring the bell to be notified of all the videos we release. And with that, you guys, I shall see you next time. Goodbye. Simply staggering. A dream start of Malachi Wilson finishing in 2nd place with teammate Pierre Gasly just behind. Tonight's race may have proved AlphaTauri can run well into the points, but they definitely can't expect results like this every week.